Let us understand the strategy to relate double and half angle formulae. I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. Here we have a test question based on double and half angle problem. We have seen these kinds of questions in each and every test. So I hope its solution is going to help many students. I am going to discuss with you strategy to answer similar questions that will help you to really understand and solve similar questions, correct? The question here is, if sine 2a is equal to 5 over 13, where 2a is an obtuse angle, find the exact value of the following trigonometric ratios: cos 2a, cos 4a, and cos a. Primarily, we are going to relate double angles and half angle formulae in this particular exercise. Let us first understand what is given to us, that is sine 2a equals to 5 over 13, and then we are also given that 2a is an obtuse angle. So let's try to understand this before we begin to answer the question, right? So in a coordinate plane, when I'm saying 2a is obtuse, that really means we are in quadrant 2. Somewhere here, we have this angle 2a, right? So in quadrant 2, sine 2a is positive, makes sense, perfect. Now when I say sine 2a is 5 over 13, it really means what? It means that if I draw this triangle, in that case, it could be something like this, right? Well, it is not to the scale for sure. Sine 2a, let's say this angle is 2a, right? I know that is an obtuse angle, but let's think about it. But what we have here is, let's say, in that case, sine 2a is 5 over 13, right? This is what it means, right? Sine is ratio of opposite side to hypotenuse. So definitely we can find the adjacent side. So this side will be what? 13 square minus 5 square square root, right? Which is equal to 12. So this is a right angle triangle whose sides are 5, 13 and 12, right? Now, from here, we can easily find what cos 2a is, right? So when we say that sine 2a is equal to 5 over 13, we can say that cos 2a will be what? Well, it has to be negative, first thing, because that angle is an obtuse angle, right? And then adjacent side 12 over 13. Does it make sense to you? So from the given thing, we already know what is cos 2a. So we have answered the first part of this question. The other angles are, this is double of 2a and that is half of 2a, right? So now you need to basically use your double angle formula, right? Which is, what is cos 2 theta equals to? Well, cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1. That is one formula you know. So you can get 4a using the value of 2a and this formula. And this can be rearranged to write what cos theta is, right? So if you rearrange, you get what? You get 2 cos square theta is equals to 1 plus cos 2 theta, and that means that 2, let me simplify it, divide by 2, right? So cos square theta equals to 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2, and cos theta is equal to square root of 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2. Make sense? Well, whenever you do square root, you have to write plus and minus, correct? Now, If 2 theta is in quadrant 2, then theta will be in quadrant 1, correct? That means this has to be positive, right? So we'll actually take this value as positive. Is that clear to you? Now, I hope with this, the question is absolutely clear. We already got one of the answers, and part B and C is application of these formulae, right? That gives you B, and this gives you C. Perfect. The only important thing will be, how do we work with the radicals? You need to rationalize and provide your answers, correct? So I hope this concept is clear. Well, in case you want to learn from me directly, you can always send an email. The address is given here. Most of my students are doing fairly well. Some are right there on top of their class getting awards and scholarships, like Akshat.
After attending university. The winner of this year's Certificate of Achievement Schulich Leader Award is anil.anilkhandelwal.
Great. Our student, Akshat, gets highest marks and the most prestigious Schulich Leader Award. You can be there. Join our classes and excel. Correct. Let's now look into the solution in further details. So we have already figured out that sine 2a is 5 over 13. We are in quadrant 2 since 2a is obtuse, right? And therefore, cos of 2a is going to be negative 12 over 13, right? This we got with the help of a very simple triangle, right? Whose sides are, as you know, 5 being the opposite side, 13 being the hypotenuse, 12 being the adjacent, right? For this particular angle. So we got this part. Now, cos 4a. We are going to use the double angle formula, right? So cos 4a will be what? 4 is twice 2a, right? Now, you could also use sine 2a, right? Let's use sine 2a, right? Cos 4a will be 1 minus 2 sine square 2a, right? We could use this formula. Now, the advantage here is that 5 over 13 is already given to you, right? Just in case if you get this as a wrong answer, everything goes wrong. So at least you ensure that this is perfectly fine, right? So 1 minus 2 times sine 2 is 5 over 13 whole square, right? Which is 1 minus 2 times 25 over 169, right? 13 square. And now you can take a common denominator of 169 and you get 169 minus 2 times 25 is 50. And that gives you 119 over 169. Is that clear to you? So we got this value of cos 4a. Clear? Now, just cos a we need to figure out. That means you need to use the half angle formula, right? Did you see that? I did not apply the double angle formula for cos 2 theta. You could do this, substituting the value given to you, and confirm that the answer is exactly what we got. So we got the value of cos 4a as this, and cos 4a, let's also think about it. Should it be positive or negative, right? So coming back to our triangle, right? We are saying that 2a is here, right? So 4a will be this side. So we are in quadrant 4, which means that this is going to be positive. Make sense? That was negative because we are in quadrant 2 in this case, correct? This is in quadrant 4. So that is how it helps to figure out whether it is going to be positive or negative. Let's do the last part, which is how to find cos A. So cos A is we are using the half angle formula now. Square root of, we know it is positive since it will be in quadrant 1, is going to be 1 plus cos of 2a, right? Divide by 2. That's the formula, correct? We just derived. There you go. 1 plus cos 2 theta over 2, right? Apply the formula. So cos 2a we just found is what? Cos 2a is 12 over 13. So we get this as 12 over 13 over 2. Now, taking a common denominator of 12, we could actually rewrite this as equal to what? Let me go like this. 13 plus 12 over 13, right? And this is times 2. Make sense? That is 25 over 26, right? 25 is 5, so get 5 over 26 square root. Now, it is customary to rationalize this and then rewrite the answer, right? And therefore, we are going to rationalize it. So once I do that, I get 5 over square root 26 times square root 26 over square root 26. And that gives me 5 square root 26 over 26 as the answer. So we know that cos A will be 5 square root 26 over 26. Very important to understand that we need to rationalize denominator. Perfect. So this is important, especially if you need 100% marks, right? So I hope with this you understand the strategies involved in writing trigonometric ratios of half angle, double angle, when you are given any one of them. In case you want to learn from me, as I said, you could always send an email on the address given. Feel free to write your comments and suggestions. They are most welcome. And if you like and subscribe to my videos, that would be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.